Hi there everyone, it's Musical Avia. It's been a while. How you doing, Cloudy? Today we'll be taking the train in this wonderful wet weather here in UK down to Newhaven, where we pick up some passengers out of France in the ferry and then bring them back here. It's been a month. Personally, I've been doing a lot of things. Lots and lots of things. First thing we need to do is jump into the back of this thing here. Get some lights on, particularly these tail lights. There we are. Hi there, Toilet Inspector. I've been less than completely healthy. You might hear it in my voice there. A bit of phlegm floating around. Yes, that is the COVID-19 variant. Managed to catch that somewhere between Newcastle and Melbourne, probably on a train or a plane. Unfortunately, since I've been vaccinated quite heavily with all of the doses that I need, it's equated to essentially a cold. So, a bit of a stuffy nose and that's it. Has indeed been a while. Lots of performances between now and then. Last time was that 11-hour stream where he flew down to the Caribbean after taking a train ride. That was fun. We are currently a not in service. Tail lights are off, we're in day running. Checking that everything is ready to move. Indeed, Major. I think we have a Anzac Day thing happening in about 2 or 3 days from now. So with any luck, I'll be in for that. Good-o, the old COVID-19. Well, I've managed to have some of it myself. Currently on day 6, so I can go out of ISO tomorrow. Ew, that's a bit squeaky. Don't need the head-up display on. Light's not working in P3D. Sounds unfortunate. Wouldn't know. I know we used to have issues with lights in FSX occasionally, but haven't seen it in P3D for a while. Alrighty, now we reverse the craft here. Gonna push that into brake off. Master key is out. Switch these over. Tail light in this end. Anything else I need? Nope. All good. Let's walk through the train. Ah yes, saw the good old photo. It's good having a live stream of some of my performances. Not all of them, sadly, but some of them. Certainly the brass band performances in the wonderful red coat that the band has is quite fun. Didn't get to do much with the symphony orchestra I was with. I did put up that little video of one of our rehearsals. Unauthorised, and if anyone finds out it might disappear. But yeah, that was fun too. Here we are, front of the carriage. Tail lights are off, headlights are in. Couple of boop boops, let people know we're moving. No need to wash the train today because it's rather wet. Alright, so the plan for this trip is we go out to the platforms at Brighton. We're going to sit there for a little while. We're going to run through the train, make sure it's all ready to move out to Newhaven. We then run the train empty to Newhaven, and we flip around and come back to Brighton with passengers on it. Yet another reinstall. Hate doing that. Suggest just reinstalling P3, the PMDG, if it's the only aircraft that's having that issue. Test it, and test another aircraft first. Drop into the forums, all that fun. Raise a ticket with PMDG, see what they have to say. I'm going to have to do something with my Microsoft Flight Sim installation, because at some point during an update last month, all of my control buttons and accesses on my yoke and stuff just reset to defaults, and somehow it's obliterated all the saves for that. So I'm going to have to sit there for an hour and press every button, move every lever, and slowly work my control configurations back to what they should be, which will of course be a pain. We're coming up to the top end of the platform, so we need to stop before that red light right there. There we go. Continuing. Okay, we're sitting here for about another 20 minutes. I won't be using the back cabin for a little while, so we're going to prep that. I think it will be the FS Labs A320, that's the P3D one. That was quite nice. Apart from the whole malware problem that they had by deliberately inserting malware into their own aircraft. Yeah. Alrighty, we got a heap of time, so let's have a chat while we move on up. If I was in first class travelling alone, this would be my favourite seat. If I was travelling in a group, obviously you'd want to be in your group. But yeah, I think the FS Labs A320 with the winglets, that's about the best one that I can think of right now. Phoenix gets pretty close, it's not quite there yet, specifically with the Hoppy's A-cars missing some functions, but yeah, it's pretty close. But yeah, FS Labs A320 is my favourite. Yeah, a bit of a change of pace. It's been a while since I've done any flying. My Flight Sim 2020 installation has remapped all of its everything. So any button that I press, who knows what's going to happen? I certainly don't. So I'll have to sit down and remap all of those keystrokes again, which sounds fun. Yeah, so since last time I was on, when was that? That's going back several weeks. That was last month, was it? No, this month. No, it was last month, I think. A month ago, roughly. Let's say that. The last one was 1 month ago. Alright, cool. So last month, when we were driving one of these trains, since then I've gone and done a concert with a symphony orchestra, a concert with a brass band, a ceremony with a brass band, a competition with a brass band, a march with a brass band. Yeah, lots of stuff with brass bands. Yeah, it's been going pretty well. The competition was in Newcastle, New South Wales, and I went up there Jetstar to fly to Sydney, and then I caught a train from Sydney up to Newcastle. It's a 3-hour train ride. Probably where I got the COVID from. Hopefully I got the COVID on the way back. Didn't infect the entire competition, but you never know. My schedule is changing up all the time these days. Haven't had a steady schedule for most of this year. Let's put it that way. Tuesday there is the Anzac Day, but I'm literally doing Anzac Day brass band things. So I think I can get back for the afternoon. I might miss the first hour or two of departures, but if I play my cards right, we might be able to get to the end of that event, which is on Tuesday. Between, I think it's Melbourne and somewhere in New Zealand. Yeah, might be good at playing trumpet or some such. Who knew? Cool. So that is the train. I think we'll just exit from the front of the train. We'll get this cab ready to go. Leave the key out for the moment. Correct lights at the front. Those are all in. I've got 15 minutes. We'll go down and grab something from the station. Yeah, the A321 and an A320 are essentially the same aircraft. The 321, of course, longer, It weighs more, so you won't get as high in that aircraft. For instance, when you do your flight plan and you've got a standard average load of a 321, you'll be lucky to get to flight level 340. Whereas a A320 will happily float around at 380. The climb takes longer. You can like be 20-30 minutes before you get to the top of climb, which, as I mentioned before, is at like flight level 330. So yeah, 321's an interesting beast. The FS Labs version of the A321 is essentially the same thing as the 320. Get the ones with the winglets, because the ones without the winglets didn't have the EFB in there properly. So the EFB on the one with the winglets is much better. Yeah, they're not letting me out. Fair enough. This is Brighton Station. It'd be possible to jump on that train in like a minute. Indeed, they are talking about an A320. They're talking about a lot of stuff, but as these developers tend to, they do take their time. So who knows when that'll come? Next month, next year, next decade? I'm kind of hanging out for the PMDG 777 triple. Hope that comes out soon. It'd be really nice if they released it in reverse order, so it'd be like the ER before the LR. I doubt they'll do that, because it makes more money for them to do it the other way. So apparently, according to that timetable, if we waited here long enough, there'll be another train that would come down there, park itself here, and then move out. But we'll be gone in about 15. Long waiting scenarios. Anyhow, looking at a review of the instruments that I've used this month, I've had both the B flat and the C trumpet at the orchestra, which I was quite happy to do. Using the C trumpet for the Holst, used the C trumpet for the Vaughan Williams, which was written trumpet in F, so every note is transposed upper fourth on the C trumpet. Used the B flat for some Australian pieces that we did. 3 little pieces of music that were kind of fun to play, I guess. They weren't too bad. What else did we do down there? That was it. So the Preston group, we did the Planet, one Planet from Holst, only one Planet, and Vaughan Williams' Second Symphony, and a little thing called the Preston Suite, which was written by an Australian composer. 3 different Australian composers collaborated for one piece of music. Hi there, Cloudy. If you don't already have your PMDG Boeing 747, then you should have that, because it's a great aircraft. Even better in the Dash 8 version, 747-8, because that gives you the EFB and you want that. I just happen to like the 7.4 better. I can understand now that they're starting to disappear from the world. You might want to get something a little bit more modern. I would suggest the 777 is not too bad. I do like the A330. The 330 is a very nice aircraft in the Aerosoft thing. A lot of people don't like Aerosoft because they made a 320 that really sucked. But the 330 is a lot better than their 320. It's not perfect. I think it has more options and more features than the PMDG 777, but those options and features tend to be more buggy. So occasionally they'll break in weird and wonderful computer ways that make no sense. So if you want more options but sometimes they do stupid things, then Aerosoft is for you. If you want less options but they're solid and don't break, then PMDG is for you. Hi there, Joe. I'm thinking my next flight sim is going to be on Tuesday. It's the VATPAC Anzac Day thing. Anzac Parade VATPAC 2023. It's Tuesday. I believe it's 3 PM Australia time. Just getting the website. Here we are. Anzac Parade. Tuesday, 25 April 2023. It's 5 PM New Zealand time. It's 0500 UTC, which is indeed that time they finish 11. So 8 PM. Not too bad. So if you can get there 3, it's a 5-hour period. The flight should only take 3, so as long as I'm airborne by 5, we should be okay. Yes, Microsoft Flight Sim's getting its turboprop. None of the game's lights are working in P3D. That sounds like a reinstall P3D kind of issue, which is a pain. Unless you've got some kind of weird light thing going on. Check on the light options, because there's a few in P3D. I can't remember them because I've set them sometime in 2017 and not touched them since, but you know. Lighting options. There's also, I know if you've got FS Labs installed, it installs its own version of what lights look like, and that can sometimes do weird and wonderful stuff to your default installation, which is never a fun idea. We've got about 10 minutes to go up to the back end of the train. We'll walk through again. Yes, the pitter-patter of rain. What airlines are flying for the Anzac event? That's a good question. I believe it is between Christchurch and Melbourne. And let's get on the old FlightAware to just kind of sit down for a second. Right. Where's this? Right about there. Cool. So, using our handy dandy pretend this is a laptop, we will go ahead and go CH to, I'm going to go for Melbourne. We have Qantas, we have New Zealand, we have Jetstar, and that's about it. That is about it. So we've got 320s and 73s. So with 73s it's just Qantas. With 320s it's going to be Jetstar or ANZ. ANZ fly the Neo, and that's it. So it's going to be Jetstar or Qantas. because I'm going to be flying in P3D, because I can't be, well, I'm not going to be resetting every button in my entire mix between now and then. Besides, we don't have the scenery for Christchurch in the other sim, or Melbourne. Christchurch or Melbourne. Never mind Christchurch. Gee. Anyway, Christchurch to Melbourne, Melbourne to Christchurch, and they also have Sydney there as well if you wanted to. But yeah, we don't have any scenery for Christchurch or Melbourne in the new sim, so P3D it will be. It's going to be 7.3s or A320s. I like the A320 slightly better. I think it'll be Jetstar. Good old Jetstar, A320, FS Labs, all the fun. Maybe. That said, the 737, I haven't flown that for a while, have I? That's right, Reese boy, good old Orbex and their releasing schedule of one every 5 years. Haven't got out to Melbourne yet. Like those little baggage hideaways. Not long now. Gone and opened the door accidentally. Alright, let's get the key in. Gonna sit that in the neutral. Got like a little bit of brake. And in about 4 minutes we'll get a green light and head off. I would, at the moment. Maybe not. Depends how often you'd want to fly a long haul. For instance, if you wanted to fly across the pond, or whatever, something with a large aircraft, I would suggest either the PNDG 777, probably the most likely. Stick it to the LR and the freighter. It's fine. Yeah, that would be my suggestion. I wouldn't get the A321 because it's basically a heavy A320. It's the same aircraft. Everything's the same except for the weight. The wings are the same length. The engines are the same power. It's just longer and heavier. So it's a less maneuverable A320. That's all you're getting. So yeah, I wouldn't bother with the A321 if I didn't already own it. The reason I own it, because I like the 321 and it tended to be the aircraft that I got more often on the Sydney to Melbourne flights that I do in real life than the A320 was. Mostly because of me, you know, booking flights after work and I like leave work. And the very first flight between Melbourne and Sydney after work on a Friday afternoon was always an A321 because Jetstar just do that. Because of course they do. So I got to hang out on A321s quite a bit and I used to like them. But if I was buying a new aircraft for no good reason, I'd probably skip that one. 777 I like. It's a good aircraft both for freight and for passenger aircraft. So yeah, I like that. And some people like the 74. Hi there, Patrick. We'll be flying from Christchurch, New Zealand over to Melbourne in P3D. At this stage I'm halfway between A320 and 73. Yeah, it's going to look at what aircraft I've flown recently, had a 777, 330, A300, 74, 73. We haven't flown the bus for a little while, apparently. Alright, that clinches it. We're doing the bus. Haven't flown the bus since 3 months ago. The 320, that is. Flown the 330 and the 300, but not the 320. Cool. Alright, that clinches it. Will be FS Labs A320. I'll have to boot it up today or tomorrow to make sure it's still working. If we show up in Qantas liveried 737, it means that I'm having issues with my bus. These things happen sometimes. Especially if you've been off the sim and off the computer for like a month, like I have been. You'll be in Christchurch Approach. Well, unfortunately, I'll just be leaving your fair city. The reason I'll be going in that direction is because I probably won't be able to make it till an hour and a half into the event. Unfortunately. I'll be marching, playing last post and that kind of stuff. Speaking of last post, can't actually play last post because it's copyrighted. Let's not do that. You can play the other one. But not the long one. Yes, spotlights. That's the term that I forgot about. FS Labs spotlights. Yeah, we need to wait for the signal to change. I'll do that with the squeaky noise not running. Ah, the passenger train with passengers on it gets to go before we do. That makes sense. Yep, it sure is raining. Managed to open the window, which I didn't want to do. There we go. So why hasn't that train left yet? When's that one meant to be leaving? I'm sure that's meant to be leaving like now. What's the time? 6:15. Yeah, so we go now. Go! Knock on the window. Hello, can you please leave? Oh, you. Yeah, you. Yeah, I think the issue with that is you need the 320 for the 321 to work, I do believe. That's a red light, isn't it? We can't go through that. There they go, finally. Good grief. Get out of here. Late train just sitting there. That one's off to London. Lucky them. Or unlucky. Depends how much you like London. Yep, they sure do like their multiple purchases. You want to buy an A320? Cool, give us money. Want to buy a long A320? Give us more money. Want to buy an A320 with winglets on it? More money. Turn it green. This is one boring scenario. Mostly just sitting. No white lights on it, I don't think. Just going to double check from the outside that there's nothing white there. Nope, nothing white. They charge for the upgrade, which is sharklets, the EFB, and a few other functions in the FMS. Yay! It's finally green. We can go. To 20 zone. Got the speed limiter on for 20. No, you don't. You can purchase the sharklet version straight out without the other one, which is finally something good. So yeah, just straight up buy the A320. Don't 320 sharklets version. That's the upgraded one. So with the sharklets you get the EFB as well as a couple of extra pages in your FMS. 30 turn. Looks like a nice English day out there, I see. Cheaper. I need to double check that in that case, but yeah, anything cheaper is suspicious. 55. I think we need to put a ticket in to get these windscreen wipers looked at. They're a little bit noisy. Cool. Yes, imagine that windscreen wiper all day. As far as I know, you can buy the chocolate version straight up. As far as I know. Tucked it on intermittent. I don't need to see out the front. It's fine. What's full speed like? Give that for a little while. It does somewhat, especially when it's squeaky like that. Go independent. That's a nice happy medium. Does. Bit of a rhythm going on. Dack, dack. Get a drum kit out, play along. Windscreen wiper and blues. Jump the fast one? Sure. Something like that. Windscreen wiper and blues on a natural trumpet without any valves. Got a 10 coming up, we need to slow it down. I think we're switching tracks at some point. Yeah. Come on, close. Zone. Positively crawling along. What's up with that? There we go. Ah, wheel spin. $10 miles an hour through this little section. That's awful. And then a 40 zone. Wheel slip. And another junction coming up. 40 zone. There we are. Got a request for slow, I do believe. Keep on getting reds. Should have been slowing down earlier than that. Let's oh really, all the way from back here? Nah. I spattered in the wet. Let's do this whole... I had a thing for that. 7, was it? 7? Newhaven 7. 614. That one. I didn't recognize that. Ah, it's not running anymore. Okay, cool. That whole ride, or I don't know. You're gonna have to wait for that other train again, I do believe, maybe. Give us yellow. Alright, cool. Willing to give it another go. Like how it's, you've run through the signal slightly, so that's the end for you. You're dead now. And that was with all these things on. For some reason I was hearing those the ding dongs go on, and it's going, that means I have to slow down. No, it means I have to stop. Like, oh, that's a red light. That means I have to stop. No, the red light means you should have already stopped. And now you will not be stopping because it's wet and your train is moving. If you can see it, it's too late. If you can see it, it's too late. Yeah, there we go. It's going great. Luck got me past that one. It does. Well, it's got some scenarios which are for training. They're pretty basic. What speed? 60. mph. Certainly not like the German trains, which go like 250. That's a red. It's going to be reds all the way, I feel. Wait for the signal to change. And there is. Yep, the emergency stop is indeed functional. It'll just slap the brakes on into a little bit past full braking power, and it'll probably take a good 30 seconds to come to a complete stop. Trains, what can I say? Another yellow. Must be hard on the back of another train coming up. Yellow signal means the one after is red. And the red signal means that before then and the signal after that there is a train in that space. Green now. Nice. So either the train in front of us has been going nice and fast, or it's come off on a different path. '70 zone. Come up on the 55. Some wonderful British weather here. That was yellow. Okay, wiped off most of the speed. Down about 35. Remembering we are still an empty train. Our passengers are all coming off the ferry at Newhaven. We're clear. Green light. Bring the speed up to 55. Couldn't tell if that was a station or a bridge for a while there, but it was indeed a bridge. Yellow. If I could make the money, yeah, probably would. Why not? That said, I do like doing my other stuff, bands and orchestras and things. That's a potential red light ahead. Where's this next light? Next light's green again. And we've got this awful 10-mile-an-hour switchover zone out of Louis. Into the 60 zone. Cool. So yeah, if I made a bunch of money, I'd certainly do a lot more streaming because I wouldn't have to go to work for 8 hours a day. Yeah. But I'd definitely also be playing in various orchestras around the place. Because that stuff's fun. $60. Coming up on the 40 anyway, so no need to accelerate. Nice bridge. That, my dear friend, is a yellow. And that is a red. Wonder what's up the line. Sure, that's the reason why I stopped here. Check the old map, eh? There it is. Good old southern train. Doing what it does best. Not going anywhere fast. Green, we can go. Took its sweet time. You can do 60. Bit more power on. Random field out in the middle of nowhere. Cute little place. We'll be seeing that in a little while once we come back in the other direction. picking up some of those people, I suspect. About the buttons I need for the next bit. Long running slow down to 35. Quicker slow down to, there's a yellow signal, it's gone green. Alright, cool. Keep trapping these yellows. They keep turning green before we get them. Green and a 35. There. Newhaven Harbour. Just in case you weren't wet enough, we are now near the sea as well. '20 zone approaching. There's a 20. Yellow 15. There's the ferry. That's an old signal. All the way up to the marker. about there. And about 20 minutes. Start getting this ready for our return trip down to Brighton. Tail lights are on. Windscreen wipers are off. Now we're on the Brighton train. We're going to have announcements on the return journey, which will be quite fun. And set them up. They're a little bit manual, these announcements. It's just a website. Headlights are in, tail lights are off. We have Brighton set. And another 15 minutes to hang around and have a look. These are the big car ferries. If you've ever driven Euro Truck Simulator, you might have used one of these. Now that's a vintage signal. Those are some vintage rails that haven't been used for a while. What's all the way down here? Buffers, nothing much else. Fair enough. It's sort of like jumping into one of these and taking it out for a spin. Or one of them. Bit overgrown down at this end of the railhead. There's us. seagulls flying around. Hi there, Toy Inspector. It is indeed a real lifeline. Newhaven to Brighton in the UK. So that ferry would have come over from, I think it's Calais, not sure, somewhere in France. You can put cars and trucks on that thing and send it over to the continent. Hi there, David. Not doing too badly, got myself a little bit of COVID. Hopefully I'm nearly over that, getting there. I've been doing lots of other things, playing in orchestras and brass bands, going to competition, went up to Newcastle in Jetstar and then in a train from Sydney to Newcastle, 3-hour train trip, 2-hour plane trip. Came second, well, equal second. We got the third prize because we had the same amount of points as second place, but they got more of their points in the test piece and we got more of our points in our own choice, so we got third. But yeah, third out of a brass band competition with like dozens of bands. Not bad. So it was fun. Met a lot of new people. Played a lot of fun music, and yeah. Played cornet, played trumpet. All going fun. And I'll be doing some Anzac Day stuff in Flemington. Of all places, I might be on TV, but not in the normal free-to-air stuff. It'll be some pay TV Sky thing that televises us, but that's alright. Be on TV. The prize was some money for the band. Everything. So the band got some money. We didn't individually get money. Gonna walk along to about there. That's not a bad little picture. Signal in the train and the ferry. I like the ferry a bit. The train a bit closer. We also stopped at Lachlan's favourite train station out there in just before Woy Woy. It's a train station without any road access. Wonderbine. I was going to take photos of it, but then I realised I would have had to get out of the train with a suitcase, and that sounded like a pain. This place. Yep. You get there by... Oh, there goes the ferry. Wah. Yes, gotta love a beach suburb. Yeah, I haven't seen Lachlan for a while. He's been floating around, but haven't seen him. Aaron is deep in HSC studies, so I suspect we won't see him back until November? End of November. Hopefully we'll see him a lot more after that. He's fun. Not sure what Lachlan's doing. Maybe some like medical studies. Becoming a paramedic. Good on to Rockdale. I used to catch a train from Cogra all the time. Yeah, no, there's not much at Wonderbine. There's a platform, and there's a place to tie up a boat, and that's about it. Yeah. I need to touch base with Lachlan. It's been a while. Aaron's still doing school, so it's his final year of school this year, so it'll be a lot of study. Because he's got strict parents that want him to do well in school or something. Which is probably why they paid so much money for him to go to private school. Ah, Tokyo train. You get the old bullet train on that thing? That'd be fun. A good old, let's go 300, 400 miles an hour in a train. Take off if we give it wings. Not like these old things. That definitely would not take off if you gave it wings. Good to see a big old ship. Hopefully this journey back won't be too bad. Down to Brighton. I'll actually test out our announcing system, make sure that's all ready to go.
This train is being held at a red signal and should be moving shortly.
Oyster and contactless payments may only be used on certain routes and at specific stations. Please check the route maps by the entrance doors for full information. You must wear a face covering on your journey unless you are exempt. Always follow the latest government advice when travelling.
Yeah, 3 minutes and we should be moving up. I saw that other train sneaking past. It's going to be another one of these red light riding kind of rides, I do believe. Contact the dispatcher, let them know we're here. Cab lights in. About 1.5 minutes. '15 zone here, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. Okay, keeping an eye out for the red light to turn green. But we'll do it outside because it looks fun. The good old-fashioned Thomas the Tank Engine style semaphore signal. Ah, good old rugby league. Who's playing tonight? How good. Denied. There we go. Forward. Cronulla and Canterbury. Intriguing. Well, I hope you don't mind if I go for Cronulla because they are, you know, the team that I grew up near when I was living in the Southern Shire. I know it is the Scott Morrison team, which has its own problems, but whatever. Go Sharks. There's a red at the end of the platform.
Welcome aboard this service to Brighton. We will be calling at Newhaven Town, Southeast, Lewis, Falmer, Molescombe, London Road, and Brighton. Safety information is provided on posters in every carriage.
Newhaven Harbour. It's a bit of a dingy looking station, really. Random pallets of cargo stuff broken up. Yeah, that looks like mud. Not the greatest fan. Let's get out of here. Not much space between here and the next station. Barely walk there, but you know, in this rain.
We will shortly be arriving at Newhaven town. Please make sure you have all your belongings and take care as you leave the train. This station is Newhaven town. This train terminates at Brighton. We will be calling at Southeast, Lewis, Falmer, Molescombe, Mountain Road, and Brighton.
And off we go. Yeah, covered in mud, wet, dripping. Hopefully you've got your umbrella. All that fun. I believe it's a 40 zone currently. It's going to be a 70 soon. Gonna select 70. '70 zone. Really? That was like a... I didn't even notice that coming. I heard the ding and then we were stopped. Let's replay. Depends where that starts. Newhaven? Alright. That's a whole scenario again. Alright, cool. I was setting up my announcements and then it was just like, boom! There's a red light. You haven't stopped already. Congratulations, you're dead. Yeah. Which one is this? This is 7. That, not that one. Those bing noises are meant to give you some warning that you're approaching a yellow light, not give you approximately 2 seconds of warning that you've already passed a red light. It's like, please have slowed down already in the past. That one. Don't have everything ready yet. Let's get it.
Welcome aboard this service to Brighton. We will be calling at Newhaven Town, Southeast, Lewis, Falmer, Molescombe, Munton Road, and Brighton. Safety information is provided on posters in every carriage.
Can I do a thing here? Newhaven Town. This next one is going to be tricky because there's apparently a red without a yellow in front of it. Doesn't matter that we're running late. Ah, it's already got the yellow there. Alright, there's the yellow. So the yellow is the station itself. Intriguing.
This station is Newhaven Town. This train terminates at Brighton. We will be calling
Yep.
at Newhaven Town, Lewis, Falmer,
So that there is the yellow light, which you
London
can't even
Road,
see while it stopped.
and
Red. No. Don't come in here. Driver's cab, come on. Okay, since the station is yellow, we're limited to 30. That way we can actually make a stop. Even though that's a 70 zone, we're limited to 30. I think it's 35, but yeah, 30. There's a magnet strip. And it went green as we hit the magnet strip. Interesting. It's gone into emergency braking. Clear that. Going on brakes. Hello. Fine, I'll give it emergency brakes since that's what it demands apparently. Then we'll get rid of them. There we go. Interesting light, that one. Interesting light indeed. Alrighty. That's a signal. I think that's the same signal from the other direction that we had a problem with last time. New procedure for that one, just stop. Is it green? Stop anyway. Is it yellow? Definitely stop. Is it red? Well, you're probably too late to stop now, so... It's a 70 here. Look at that little level crossing.
We will shortly be arriving at Southeast. Please make sure you have all your belongings and take care as you leave the train. This station is Southeast. This train terminates at Brighton. We will be calling at Lewis, Falmer, Molescombe, London Road and Brighton.
Keep getting little wheel slips in this rain. That'll do that. At least the sun's coming up. Got a 40 zone coming up in about 2 miles. And we've got a red light coming up in less than that. Certainly it's not an easy drive, this one. Yeah, some sheep. Meh. That was a green. Back to power. Hello, green. Oh, that's interesting. Freight train. Indeed. Another red. 40 zone coming up to yellow. Yeah, last time I was in a train was on Monday. Just gone. 6 days ago. Back to green in the 40 zone. '60 zone. Green.
We will shortly be arriving at Lewis. Please make sure you have all your belongings and take care as you leave the train.
Okay, that was a signal warning. Hi there, Andy. Good to see you. Good to be around again. Green station approaching. Not a massive into sports. Nah, don't really follow any. I'll watch a game if I'm invested socially in it. But no, not really. Brass banding, LARPing. There we go.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
This station is Lewis. This train terminates at Brighton. We will be calling at Falmer, Molescombe, London Road and Brighton.
Indeed it is. A good old bouncing around a football field with a sword in hand. Give you an old whack. Coming up on 55. Next is Fulmer. Yep, it is indeed a bit of hard work actually. Like carrying weightlifting equipment as you walk around a park. Strapped here. The fight sim should be Anzac Day, which is Tuesday, a couple of days from now. Big event. Starting about 3 PM our time, although I'll be marching in a band at the time. So with any luck I'll get in with enough time to start the event about 2 hours late. $70. 75, wasn't it? No, 70. Yes, the armour is heavy. It's made out of steel. Some of it's, yeah, even the chainmail that I wear is quite weighty. Haven't actually measured it, but I'd estimate to be about 15 kg all up. should measure up one day. There's all kinds of vendors for it. If you look for LARP armor in Google, you'll probably find a few places. There's one in particular in Melbourne which sells quite a bit of stuff called Of Swords and Science. They're my usual go-tos. That said, I have picked up some pieces of armor from people who've made it themselves, blacksmiths and leather workers and that kind of stuff in the community. So they'll sometimes sell their old armor or they'll take commissions. That is correct, Arunzi. It's the Gallipoli campaign, World War I. All the veterans from that, essentially the ANZAC, Australian, New Zealand and Army Corps. Got sent off to Turkey to try and capture Istanbul, which they failed to do, but they did manage to get out of there. It's Australia and New Zealand's first big military campaign together. In fact, it's Australia's first military campaign after it became a single unified country. I'll be doing the Melbourne. Actually, I'm doing the Flemington racecourse Anzac Day March. It's apparently going to be televised on one of the racing channels.
We will shortly be arriving at Falmer. Please make sure you have all your belongings and take care as you leave the train.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
This station is Falmer. This train terminates at Brighton. We will be calling at Molescombe, London Road and Brighton.
Yeah, being one of those troops off the boat into machine guns. Not fun stuff. Reese boy. Yeah, I haven't done a Sydney march since about 2004. I think the last one I did was. Might have been 3 even. When I was still on the Sydney-based brass band. I moved to Melbourne in 06, so clearly not since then. The band I was with used to be the Sutherland Silver Band, as they called it back in the day. Sutherland Shire Silver Band. They were an A-grade band at the time. Had a very thick woolen navy blue uniform with big silver buttons, like a dozen of them down the front. Little lacings all over the front of the jacket. Very navy looking. We did like 2 or 3 rounds of the big march. occasionally. Wouldn't be able to handle that myself anymore. When we were younger. It's hard to judge the stop for the station when you can't see the station. So I'm probably coming in a little bit too slow, wasting time. We're not too far late though. Until we overshot that. Backing it up. There it is.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
This station is Lifecam. This train terminates at Brighton. We will be calling at London Road and Brighton.
London Road's only in a mile. Not far at all. Yeah, marching in a band is interesting. I didn't march between about 2004 until about last week sometime. And yeah, it was a bit of a shock to the system to get back into that. Playing trumpet and marching at the same time. Yeah. Clearly I was once a lot fitter than I am now. Station's through the tunnel, isn't it?
We will shortly be arriving at London Road. Please make sure you have all your belongings and take care as you leave the train.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
This station is London Road. The next station is Brighton, our final destination.
Ah, they do shared cockpit in the Phoenix these days. Interesting. .30 zone. Now look at that bridge. That is a bridge. And that's a yellow light. But we don't get much time to look at the bridge. Anyway. '20 zone.
We will shortly be arriving at Brighton. Please make sure you have all your belongings and take care as you leave the train.
Okay, time to secure the cabin, I suppose. Get the front lights off, tail lights in. Well, that's all I wanted to do today. Let's go ahead and secure the cabin. We have the key. The lights can go off. Cabin lights are off. Going to Seaford. Cool. I don't really feel like driving all the way back to Seaford in this rain, so I'll let the next driver take that one. Anyway, I think I'll call that one a night. And with any luck, I'll see you all on Tuesday for the Anzac Day flight between New Zealand and Australia, Christchurch to Melbourne. And at this stage, it's probably going to be the FS Labs A320 in P3D version 5 because I don't want to fly default scenery. Hit the like and subscribe button, and hopefully I'll be back a little bit more often than once a month like I have in the last month. But there are good reasons for that, good trumpeting reasons for that. And yes, I'll regale you with more stories as we fly across the Tasman Sea in a couple of days. Till then, hopefully I'll be recovering a bit better from the COVID. And you guys keep well. Bye for now.